I am honored to be here. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to see all these amazing people, all these amazing athletes. Yesterday, I was truly fangirling because there's just so many champions. Tiara Brown, Jelena, she used to be in my sister's division. It's crazy. Christy Martin, Layla Ali. Today I got to meet Mia St. John, and it's just amazing. Like, I'm so happy I came.
That's one of the beauties of boxing.
Yes.
You know, inside the ring, you want to punch their face off, and then they're friends for life.
Yes, I like this conference because you're right. It's not about being enemies. It's truly women supporting women, and you feel the love, and you feel it's humbling. You know, we're not here to beat each other. We're here to enjoy the moment, to network, to meet others, to share our stories, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And what do you like about boxing?
For me, I grew up doing boxing because my dad and my older sister, they did it, and I had to follow in their footsteps. I love the competitiveness. I grew up being very competitive, whatever I did, and I love to win. And recently, I just became the WBA champion. I'm not the WBC champion, but hopefully one day I get to be the WBC champion. But it's amazing to be able to perform. I won the title in my hometown, and I was able to perform well and to knock her out in the first round, and just to have that feeling, and no one could ever take that feeling away from me. And just to have the support of my family and my city. Mm-hmm. It's just amazing.
Yeah, do you remember the first time you walked into a boxing gym?
My family's gym was that boxing gym. Oh. So I didn't walk into a gym. We grew up in the gym. It was a martial arts school, not typically a boxing gym, mm-hmm. a martial arts school, but it's a home. It's home to me.
Oh, okay. So, because there's a lot of stories, mainly from years ago, where there wasn't a space for a woman inside of a boxing gym.
Yes.
It was, sports for men only.
Yes.
And they were bullied. There wasn't enough women to spar with, so they had to spar with boys, with men. And they were not kind to them. Have you sparred? You have sparred with men, haven't you?
Yes, boxing, martial arts. It's definitely male dominated.
Uh-huh.
But growing up in a gym, my dad was a martial arts teacher. We had no choice. Like, the majority of our sparring partners were men, and thank goodness my dad, he raised us to be tough and to train always, because we were able to handle our own against guys. Uh-huh. But I have seen, women, it is harder, and it's changed so much for women now. Before, it's very hard to get sparring and to get fights as women, but now we're in a different generation. It's beautiful, and to get that recognition. But I know, especially like my older sister, for her in her generation, it was extremely hard to get sparring, mm-hmm. to get female sparrings. All her sparring partners were males. And then not only that, males are very strong. Genetically they are very strong. So she had to be careful with all the circumstances that happened because she's having male sparring partners.
Yeah, I don't know if that can help in this sense. You know how high performance athletes and boxers, they go to higher altitudes. Yes. to get more
the training.
Yes. Uh-huh. Maybe sparring with a tougher opponent, like a man, like yes. a guy, like a boy. Could that give you an advantage?
Yeah, so I'm a professional fighter, and I've been sparring against men. For me, it's just fighting men that you trust. Because yes, men do push you, and men are stronger physically. But as long as you're able to trust your sparring partner and know, like, hey, if I'm having a bad day, if I'm exhausted, if I'm tired, please work with me and don't try to just destroy me, because I'm not here to get brain damage. I'm here to learn. I'm here to get better. But especially my sparring partners, I'm so grateful for them because they definitely push me to the next level. But at the same time, they're not trying to destroy me mentally and give me brain damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you talked about the new generation.
Yes.
Before, training was running, sparring, hitting the mitts, hitting the heavy bag and the speed bag, and that was it.
Yes.
And just, pure.
And then you go nonstop. You go 30 rounds nonstop training, and then you'd spar all the time. So I'm so glad that there is new technology and research, and knowing that overtraining your body is not the best option, uh-huh. and the importance of recovery and all those different aspects. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that it's as an older athlete, I'm glad that there's so much research out there to help me as well as the other fighters.
Yeah.
Because we need that extra understanding of what our bodies are capable of, and understanding that rest is so important as well.
Yeah, back then they didn't have a personal nutritionist. It was just their mother.
Yeah, I know.
Strength and conditioning, even psychologists.
Yes, it's crazy.
The
Crazy that there's so much research, and it all comes into play about an athlete. You know, the mental health, how important it is for mental health as well for athletes. So it's amazing.
Has this? Do you think this has made stronger fighters?
Yes.
Men and women.
Yes, I truly think having a team that knows the advantages of having a nutritionist, having a strength and conditioning coach. You know, there's different types of coaches for boxing, and that all comes into play, and it makes you a better athlete. And knowing what your different limitations are, and if you're going through mental health issues, there's counseling. There's so many things out there. But to be a good, solid athlete, you have to be right mind, body, and spirit, and that all is important. You could be physically the best in shape ever, but if you're not mentally strong, if you're not spiritually strong, then you're not going to perform well. So you need to find a balance, and you need to be well in every aspect.
Most people, you know, the fans, drinking beer and cheering and being loud, they just see two guys or two girls just punching each other, and they don't consider that maybe you have to be intelligent to fight. Do you have to be intelligent to be a boxer?
Yes, to be a smart boxer and to have a very long professional career, you have to be smart. For me, there's always a game plan for each and every opponent. It's not the same game plan for one opponent compared to the other one. Everyone fights different. And that's why you have a team that you trust. But being the strongest, again, it's not all about that. You could be the strongest and not win. You have to be strong, you have to have a game plan, and you have to be able to adjust and make those adjustments in each and every fight to perform at the best level.
The gym becoming a second home.
Yes.
The team becoming a second family. I don't know if your case is a little different because you grew up in the gym.
I grew up in a martial arts school, so that was forced upon. But I love the school. I truly have the best siblings in the world. We were all teachers, and building those relationships with our students, it's absolutely beautiful. But now as a professional boxer, I train at Las Cruces PAL, so it's Police Athletic League, and it's a nonprofit organization, and all these kids are high risk, and they get to train there for free. But they see me, I'm an example for them. And again, these sparring partners, these guys are my sparring partners, and they've helped me so much. They truly are, I love all of them. They're family, and they're amateurs, and I truly wish them the best, and I want them to succeed. And growing up in that school, in that boxing gym, there's the potential is endless, and I truly wish them the best, and I'm gonna have relationships with them for the rest of my life, and it's absolutely beautiful.
You train and train and train, a very difficult sport, very demanding sport. And does boxing teach you how to live? I mean, you know, the other way. Inside the ring, what do you learn about life from boxing?
So my day job, I'm a police officer, and I'm so glad I grew up fighting because it's made me a better police officer in life. And I'm also a mother. I'm a mother of two. I have a child, I have a daughter who's special needs, and she's going to be dependent on me for the rest of her life. So I'm glad that I gained that mental toughness that I gained from boxing, because I have a hard job. I'm a mother who I love both my kids, but being a mother of a special needs child is extremely hard too. But I know I could do anything in life because of the foundation that I gained from boxing and the toughness that you have to develop because of that.
Yeah, because it's for most boxers, boxing is a life of sacrifices.
Yes. Yes, being a police officer, you sacrifice. Being a mother, it's an ultimate sacrifice. And I wouldn't train it for the world. So again, I love my life, and I'm so glad that I got to go through boxing, through martial arts, because it's made me who I am, and I'm very proud of who I am today.
Yeah. Do you think it's harder for a woman to be a boxer than for a man? Because women are housekeepers, they are mothers, they do a lot of things.
I can't say that because I know that we as athletes have our own different journey, and I know that all of us train extremely hard. And again, every time we step in that ring, we are sacrificing our life. You know, it's a sacrifice that we're making. But I know that as a woman, for me, I'm a working mother, and I sacrifice so much. But thank goodness I have a support system, a support team, because I would not be able to do what I'm doing without my team and mi esposo, my husband, my brothers and sisters. I am truly blessed to have them in my life.
Do you put your life on the line when you get in the ring?
Yes, you put your life on the line. It's a respect. I always have respect for my fighters, for my opponents, because it takes a lot to get in the ring. And then you go in the ring, you don't fight scared, you give it 100%. And then you might take a shot that you might not wake up. So you hear the stories about boxers who receive traumatic brain injuries, who suffer so much damage, some who don't make it out. So it is a sacrifice that fighters ultimately have to do, but we do it because we love the sport and we want to make our lives and our family lives better.
Yeah, and you make very strong bonds with your opponents.
Yes.
I mean, we just saw Christy Martin and Mia St. John just 2 minutes ago.
Two rivals, and
racing.
now they're together. I think that's so beautiful. I think that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, when they have been in wars, and then you know, they're friends for life. I don't know if you learn a different thing.
I think it's an understanding the sacrifices that each fighter goes through, and then at the end of the day, they got the decision. Whoever wins wins. But it takes a lot to get there, and they definitely have a bond. Both Christy Martin and Mia St. John are icons, and I'm so glad I got to meet them. So I'm so glad that I'm here at this conference. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Again, so much, like I just got to hear Mia St. John's story. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely touching. And then Christy Martin as well. She's a legend.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And do you get to know better when you fight somebody than in a reunion, for example, or I don't know?
I know that every time you go in a ring, you understand that it doesn't matter. Like they're all tough. They're all tough. They're all strong. As females, you know, I fought several mothers, so I feel like I rather fight someone that is not a mother than someone that is actually a mother, because I know those mothers. Being a mother makes you stronger. It makes you mentally stronger. So they have something to fight for. So I fear more the mothers than I do for a person that's not a mother, because I know how strong they truly can be.
It is a war and it is not.
Yes.
It is a war because it's a tough competition. But then it's a sport. I mean, we call it the sport of gentlemen.
Yes,
And,
they respect each other at the end.
And now the sport of ladies also.
And let's respect one another.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
we do what we have to do, but at the end, I'm going to give you the ultimate respect because you deserve it.
Yeah. And being here in this summit, there's been information, and have you learned something, or things that you didn't know?
We had the nutritionist speak to us today. I didn't know, because obviously growing up competing, you don't know a lot of things. I didn't know that it's so important to be careful and be mindful of what you eat, and to always stay hydrated, because your brain is so important. And if your brain is not hydrated and getting those nutrition that it needs, then you're more at risk of getting brain damage. So yes, this conference is very informative, and I'm glad that you guys are doing this for us, that you're doing this for the females, for the fighters, because we need this. We need this education.
Yeah, my father in the year, what was it, 2004. Let's do all the medical research to make it safe for them. And of course, they have the right to fight, like everybody. So everything, all the rules of today, and not everybody agrees with them, with the 2-minute rounds and the 10 rounds per championship fights. I don't know if you are satisfied, agree with these rules?
For me, I've only fought 10 rounds, 2 minutes. I'm happy with that. I feel like if you want to make us go more rounds and longer rounds, then pay us accordingly. But I'm not going to put myself at more risk for injury if the pay is not not worth it. But again, females, you're talking about females, they're capable. We're extremely capable, and we go through so much physically. I feel like we could do anything. And if they change the rules where we have to do 3 minutes, 12 rounds, I know we can. But again, going in the ring, you're putting your life at risk. And is it worth it? That's going to always be a debate. But I know that if it's worth it, especially financially, then obviously we have to provide for our families, and we'll do what we have to do.
I mean, clearly you are capable of 3-minute rounds,
Yes.
12 rounds.
Yes.
But the studies show that the bone density is
The risk.
And especially the skull.
brain.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have less.
There's no doubt that I'm pretty sure all these females spar 3-minute rounds, you know, and they probably go 15 rounds, if not 20. But is it worth it? And that's a risk. I love boxing. I love professional boxing. We are making that sacrifice going into that ring. But at the end of the day, I want to make it home to my husband, and I want to make it home to my 2 beautiful kids, because they deserve to have a mother. Oh, gosh, I grew up in sports, contact sports, martial arts, and boxing, and it breaks my heart when I see people that I grew up with, and I talk to them now, I communicate with them now, and they're not the same person. They have slurred speech, and they've suffered so much damage throughout their life that they're never going to have that quality of life that they deserve because of the sacrifices that they made in boxing.
Yeah.
It truly breaks my heart, and I pray for them, because everyone deserves the best quality of life.
And that was always my father's
Your
fight.
father is absolutely amazing, and he's done so much. So I'm glad that your father did so much for the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
I truly do.
And now Mauricio is keeping
Yes, that
and
tradition.
improving
Yes.
things.
This is such a great opportunity for fighters. And right now, for women, this is the best time to be in women's boxing. We sacrifice so much. You know, the previous generation, my older sister, it was hard for females. But now there's so much exposure, so much positive influence, that it's worth all the sacrifices, because if you make it, and you're set for life. And it's what we dream and we hope to have in life, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm so glad that I'm boxing right now in this time, and being here among amazing people, because that's what it's about. That is, it's all about that.
Yeah. So you're going back home with the bag full of information
Yes.
and happiness.
Yes, and sisterhood, I love it. Women supporting women, it's absolutely beautiful. Right now, this conference isn't about beating each other up, it's about supporting each other, and that's absolutely beautiful.
Exactly.
We're not enemies. We're not enemies, we're sisters today.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
What are your social media so that people can follow you?
So I do have Instagram and I have Facebook. So Instagram, it's my first name, Steph, S-T-E-P-H, Han, H-A-N, 09. So Steph Han 09. And my Facebook, if you look me up, Stephanie Han. Yes.
Perfect. Congratulations, and our biggest respect for being what you are, what you stand for, and what you share, and what you are for others too.
Well, we all have a story. That's what I'm learning. We all have a story here. So thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you, WBC, for allowing us to be here and to participate in this and to meet each other. This is going to be a memory that I'm going to have forever. So muchas gracias. Thank you.